GMGers and GMGettes, are you ready?
Countdown, 60 seconds to get ready for the Good Morning Gang morning show. It's time to get ready. Get your coffee, tea, trees, or whatever need be. Then put on your seatbelt. We're going on a journey. We'll discuss trending topics, music and breaking news to help get your morning right. Big Phil speaks, giving you his one-of-a-kind point of view. It's a GMG, and we're family. So as we count down to the start of the show, prepare for the unexpectedly. If you know, you know. Tell 1 to 7 of your friends to come in. Share your love for the show. We're about to begin. The GMG countdown.
It's time to wake yourself up. It's the Good Morning Gang morning show. You feel me?
Good morning to you.
Hey, looky, what do we have here? I don't know, probably the best morning show ever hit the atmosphere. Let's be clear, there's plenty others that do it B.I.G., but keeping it a buck though, none to get you up though like GMG. With all the news and real point of views you can use, light and heavy topics we peruse, even a laugh or two. What you talking? Good morning, gang, be the instrument and take your friends and them, Ken and all, come on in, tune in. You ain't gonna want them in state, and even the trolls and haters that hate us, we end up being their favorite. Cause from 8 to 10, we get it in, believe that. I mean, from where else could you go when you a part of the show? Definitely GMG, cause when you show love, we show love back. First thing in the morning, we get you through, so after the yawning, wash up and wipe your face, get your snacks and come on in, get comfy, but most importantly, in all caps,
do. Good morning, gang. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, GMGers and GMGettes, it's your boy, it's your man, it's a bigger figure. Big Phil speaks. And this is the Good Morning Gang morning show brought to you by myself and that good GMG, Good Money Gang. Listen, how are you feeling? How are you feeling? How are you feeling? Ladies and gentlemen, yeah, we in the building, huh? We are in the building. Before I move any further, let me give you the warnings. Let me get that out the way ASAP like Rocky. You feel me?
Warning.
Federal law, Title 17 U.S.C. Section 107 allows citizens to reproduce, distribute, or exhibit portions of copyrighted material under certain circumstances without the authorization of the copyright holder. Fair use allows for the quoting of copyrighted material in the creation of a new work for purposes included but not limited to criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, or research. Fair use preserves the free flow of culture, baby. That part.
That pizzazz, you feel me? We are in the building. Hold on, let me, boop, bop, bam. Okay, got that good, got that going right there, bam. Yes, we are in the building. Ladies and gentlemen, it's bright and early on the 15th of May. Damn, time keeps on slipping into the future. Listen, we are here. It's a wonderful Friday. I'm almost getting tongue twisted, but it's all right. How are y'all doing this morning? Who we got in the building? Who we got in the building? Who we got in the building? Crack baby, trick baby, crack baby. Salute. Zolan. Good morning, gang. Good morning to ye. Sexy sugar mama. She's in the building. Good morning. Rashad Houston. What's goody like the mob? Home team. GMG in the building. Huh? Who else is in here? Donnell G is in the place to be. Good morning to ye. GMG. Young Dre. You heard what they said? Huh? We in the building, GMG. Yeah, baby. Yeah. Uh-oh, Tina B. Maria. Maria. She's in the building. Good morning. Charlie Hustle coming through with his hustle wares, getting it how he live. Good morning to ye from the good IG side. We got 2 Hearts, 1 Love Catering. Love work, yeah. Oh, no. Guess who entered the scene? Boom. Yes, it is. It's Miss Tiffany. I see you. Yeah, good morning to ye. Polo Dolo riding solo from that good Kansas City way is in here. What's goody like the mob? You hear me? Yeah, baby. Listen, we about to take off and take flight, so make sure you got your coffee, teas, trees, whatever need be, because we about to have at it. It's a wonderful day in the neighborhood. A lot of things to talk about. Moy Estate, I see you over there on the good IG. Come on over to YouTube. Why don't you? Listen, huh? Listen, I think I'm looking younger as the days go by. Listen, I don't know. Even if I do need to little shave a little bit, shape it up a little bit, I think I'm looking younger than ever. Huh? Don't tell me no different, huh? If you be lying if you did, huh? Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. If y'all would, if you could, share this live. And if you have the feature either right below the video or on your phone, you might have to click the 3 buttons and drop down. Hype this video if you would. It's something new that YouTube has implemented to kind of help push us further in the algorithm by interaction. 1, 2, 3. If have not joined us, hit that subscribe button, like this video if you would. Boop, boop. More importantly, after you subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell, something like this. So you be in the know whenever the Good Morning Gang morning show drops. What? Whenever Feel the Love Friday, which is tonight, 8 to 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, along with Valentine, the Love Queen, drops. What? Or anything else. Oh, let me not forget the tap-in with Big Phil Speaks, drops. What? Or anything else that I put on this good Big Phil Speaks channel. You be amongst the first to know that pie. Yeah, King Tut Jewelry in Baltimore. Come on over here to YouTube. Why don't you, huh? Listen, if you need some sponsorship, King Tut Jewelry, holla at your boy. Yeah, let's do business. Yeah. Anyway, as we push on, where do I want to start the show? I seen this video as a parent and as somebody that has been put on timeout about 100 times over 100. This video touched my heart. You know, listen, as a child, you get put on timeout and you don't want to sit still. You don't want to sit still. You be up against the wall, either you crying like and your parents, shut your ass up, stand still. And you're like, I won't do it again. I don't want to stand in the corner. And in this video, little man couldn't keep still. Mama had on that good music, had the good, you know what I'm saying, the vibrations going, setting the vibe, setting the mood. Little youngin say, hey, I'm feeling that. Y'all check this out, huh?
You supposed to be in the corner. You supposed to be in the corner.
Wow. Little youngin was feeling it, wasn't he though? Little youngin said, hey, he said, I'm gonna punish me, but I can still feel the rhythm. Yeah, hey, Charlie Elson, you feel me? Little youngin say, hey, I wish I was on some cakes right now. Oh, and all at the daycare. Oh, shit. So I'm like, let me stop. Let me stop. Money Miles, I see you. You know we all on the good YouTube. Ty Rock Star, come on over to the good YouTube. Hey, Miss Piggy Lace, good morning to you. Good morning to you. Crack baby, trick baby, you feel me? You know what I'm saying? I've been there, done that. A lot of energy, in trouble, time out, don't want to be in time out, but damn, I'm here. And then that, you know, the music get to, oh, shucks. Oh, bop, bop, 2 times, yeah. Little young had him a little nice little 2-step on, like, yeah, I've been here before. Mama, yeah, turn that up while I'm on this wall, huh? Let me go on and get my 2-step and freak the wall real quick. There's a go-go song back in the days, DC, called Work the Walls. You hear me? He like, yay, let me, yeah. You feel me? Lady Costanita, she's in the building. Good morning to ye. Junito PR, Danny Pa 49. Come on over to the good YouTube. Top of the top, Junito, I see you. Listen, I'm just saying, little young. Okay. I never learned to swim. I'm gonna keep it pushing, ladies and gentlemen. I just needed to open the show with something nice and funny. It's Friday. It's Friday. Why not, huh? It's Friday. Friday. Listen. Sexy Joe Mama, listen. It's an interesting way to look at punishment, right? From both the child's perspective and the mama's perspective. Because back in the days, if you would have did that and you was supposed to been on timeout, you might have got a hand or something to that tail. Like, didn't I tell you to stand up against that wall and be still? But in this situation, you couldn't help. You couldn't help but just probably smile. And say, look at this little baby here. Look at my son right here. He supposed to be on punishment. Look at him getting his little get this little groove on and whatnot. You couldn't help. You couldn't get mad at that. I don't think you could. Look, she said, man, you supposed to be on punishment. Look, y'all like, he's straight right back up. For those that missed, I'm gonna play it one more time.
You supposed to be in the corner.
Damn it. Tina B said, play that song one time, feel work the walls. I'm already probably had to edit that little bit of song out. So I ain't gonna put work the walls because S's be on their business. You hear me? Work the walls, yeah. My uptown homegirl, Nelly Nell, Uptown J from around the way is in the building. Salute. Excuse me. But I'm gonna move on though. But yeah, a little younger was like, yeah. Man, I wish I had me a little boo-boo bun thing from the playground over here right about now. Yeah, where's that little girl? Yeah, my name is Lil Bebop. Yeah, you heard about me, the 2-step king in this something. Yeah. Oh, he was feeling himself though, wasn't he? Shout out to Maria C., Miss Kit Kat and Royalty 0414 over on the good IG. Y'all come on over to the good YouTube. Why don't you, huh? Listen, I'm gonna keep it pushing. Though. But I had to do that. Lil Youngin was standing on business. DC Mumbo Sauce, my uptown homeboy Frank Murphy in the building, huh? Charlie Hustle said, I would have moved down to the corner of the wall while still dancing. He said, I would have cha-cha 2 times to the left, Ow! Listen, it's definitely Friday, Frank Murray. It's definitely Friday. Listen, little man was standing on business, you know what I'm saying, against that wall. And this gentleman, he's from D.C. He drives bus in D.C., right? And him, especially him, I think his wife gets in some of it with him, but he does a lot of relationship or marriage type of content, but in a real way, right? In this video, he talks about standing on business about your marriage, standing on business about your marriage, even in the face of banyanyans and anyanyans. You hear me? Listen, y'all check this out. Check homie out here.
Yeah, look, while I was at work yesterday, right? Mind you, I drive the city metro bus in Washington, D.C. I got a bus full load of people, right? Nowhere to sit down and nowhere to really stand up, right? So I stop at this bus stop, pick up these 2 young ladies. So instead of them, going to the back of the bus or sitting down, they got to stand up next to me because the bus is full, right? So I'm driving. You ever been like doing something, you can kind of feel somebody staring at you? So I glance up in the mirror and I can see her staring at me hard as I don't know what, right? So I'm still driving. About 5 minutes go by. She finally say, bus driver, are you married? I said, yeah, I'm happily married, right? I said, I'm happily married. Emphasize happily, right? She said, well, you had to say it like that with an attitude. I just had to let you know that I was happily married, man. Ain't no disrespect. It's just all respect to my wife, right? And then she just went and sat down with no problems, y'all. So look, that being said, y'all, make sure y'all let these people know, y'all, that when you in a happily monogamous, loyal, faithful relationship, man, you gotta let the world know, let these people know that you're not playing with them, that you're not playing around out here with your partner, y'all. That's important, y'all. Don't play around. Let these people know, y'all, that you married and happily married out here, y'all, that they don't stand a chance, all right? Y'all have a good one. Peace.
Yeah, don't play with it, don't play with it, don't play with it. And where's the QV? Shout out, listen. I found nothing wrong with what Main Man did, you know what I'm saying? He like, listen, they stood up near the front and they was looking at him like, oh, he driving the bus, he getting them benefits. And he like, oh, nah, I'm not even letting the devil play. I'm not even letting the devil play. Hey, how you doing? Yeah. Oh, yeah, I'm happily married. She like, you ain't had to tell me all that. Oh, but I did, baby. No disrespect, Zach. No disrespect. I'm just saying. I'm just letting it be known that not only am I married, but I'm happily married. She like, well, you take your baby ass on home then. And then walk to the back of the bus like, she probably talking to her girlfriend. How dare he talk to me like that? And he just told it like a T.I. was. You hear me? He told it like a T.I. is. He's like, listen, not only, because there is a difference, right? Married, when women or men say I'm married, it can leave the door open for the next question. But are you happy though? Are you happy? Are you satisfied? Are you committed to your marriage? The different things that Bamas and Bama females be asking, whatever, to see if you ready to step outside. So he nipped it all in the bud. It's like, I'm happily married. Now, go on, take your ass into the back of the bus, Rosa Parks. Jazzy, good morning to ye. Good morning to ye. Good morning. Hey, some women can't take rejection. They say, look, they say we vicious. Hey, Nelly, they say we vicious, that we can't take rejection. But yeah, some women can't though. That's right, Piggy Lace. He ain't do nothing wrong. He did what he did was all the way right. He said, I'm happily married with emphasis on the happily, baby. So because he didn't feed it to her, he had exactly. He just, yeah. Listen, I'm happily married. Like, okay, now you can go on and take a little seat. You know what I'm saying? Wherever you was going in the bus. You know what I'm saying? Because the wheels on the bus do go round and round. Then move your ass around. You hear me? Who need though that part? Who need that? Why you don't come over here to the YouTube? You be staying over there on the IG. That's a fact though. And it's ironic, right? Because a lot of people look for people to falter. A lot of people look for people to transgress. A lot of people look for people to be immoral or to not stand on the vows that they committed to. And some people will probably watch it like, yeah, let me see how he handle this, how he handle this, because he probably gonna go ahead and get that girl number because her butt all big and it's in his face. He probably gonna go ahead and get the damn number. A lot of people look for people to do the wrong thing, but then some people complain when people do the right thing, and people need to decide who the hell they want. Would you say? Would you say, Jazzy? Who? What you talking? Yeah. Sometimes we gotta appreciate. Sometimes we gotta big up. Sometimes we gotta congratulate. Sometimes we gotta give a proverbial pat on the back for those individuals that stand on business when it comes to their relationships, their marriages, their business, their children, just life in general. Oh, I'm talking about is a bus driver that's in from Washington D.C., but he was talking about a situation. He driving a bus and two little young girls got on the bus. I ain't gonna say young girls. Two young ladies got on the bus and they stood up by him because at one point the bus was a little crowded and then they was checking him out or whatever and say, hey, how you doing? And he said, hey, what's good? What's happening? And they was like, oh, you married? And he was like, and he turned around and them jazz and was like, I'm happily married. And she took that as an attitude as opposed to him affirming his marriage. Miss Cat, what's good? How you doing? Welcome to the lituation. Why can't we just say I'm good? I'm good. Keep moving. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, he stood on business, Jack. He didn't just say, yeah, I'm married. Because sometimes the way you say I'm married could also leave that door open. Oh, he ain't happy. Oh, she ain't happy. Let me try my hand. But are you happy at home? Is he treating you right? Is she treating you right? Uh, are you allowed to have friends? Are you allowed to do this and that and the third? You ever thought about, what I'm saying, stepping outside your sit all the things. So he shut all that down. Click, 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 clank. Happily married. That's a fact, Jazzy. Happily. And then tell her to keep it stepping, Miss Cat. Huh? Yeah, I'm good. Keep it stepping. Huh? Hey, now I'm happily married. Nuggle. Good morning to you. Oh, it's right down in the pinned comment, Junito. Is youtube.com/Big Phil Speaks. Or you can go over to YouTube and put Big Phil Speaks in the search bar. It'll pull up my page, and from there you'll be able to click subscribe and hit the live and come on in. Look, Jazzy, I'm trying to see what that's like. I'm trying to see what that's. I know that's right, Jazzy. That doesn't matter. Vows are vows. The other should respect that. Yeah, the other should respect that. Factor mundo. But a lot of times people don't respect that. A lot of times, men and women, men normally get the brunt of that. Men normally get the brunt of that. Oh, he don't give a damn if she married, or he gonna try his hand. Or on the flip side of that, being the married man, a lot of times he gonna cheat, he gonna do this, he gonna do that. So the reason why I picked that video to play, one, is to show that there are men that stand on their business, that actually take their vows for what they're worth and stand on them, and actually big up their wife and actually stand on business when it comes to what they committed to. And I think in this day and age, that needs to be shown, because it's too many videos of us being this, being that, being dogs, being disrespectful, being unfaithful, being belligerent, or all the things. We need to start supporting positive imagery of us, both men and women. We need to start supporting positive imagery of us. Rail 203 CT, come on over to the good YouTube. Why don't you? Marquise Betts, what's goody like the mob? Salute. Good morning to ye. Listen, I'm gonna keep it pushing. I'm gonna keep it pushing. But shout out to homie for standing on business. You hear me? For standing on business, ladies and gentlemen. What if it was someone his type? Would he say he was happily married? I'm pretty sure coming from the DC area, it probably was one of his type too. Because contrary to opinion, there's a lot of girls with them onions. It's a lot of temptation. There's a lot of temptation, Piggy Lace. But he said basically, I'm not by him saying I'm happily married, it's saying I'm not stepping out. I'm not giving temptation no light or no wind. I'm not entertaining no extras. No, none of that. I'm gonna keep it pushing. Please make sure that's a fact. Thank you, Young Dre's. Please make sure y'all hit the like button on the way to help Big Phil have a menage with the algorithm or something like that. Yeah, you know what it is, ladies and gentlemen. Hit that thumbs up for your boy. Boop, boop. And if you have the feature, again, hit the hype button. It'll be somewhere below the video or on mobile or whatever. You might have to click the three buttons and in the drop down, hype the video because it helps push us forward in the algorithm, huh? In the algorithm. Y'all know, for those that's part of the GMG and that's been here a couple times at least, y'all got love for your boy. But it's enough for Phil to go around, and I want to menage with the algorithm. Huh? Let me cheat with the algorithm a little bit. Excuse me. As I keep pushing on, listen, I want y'all to be aware. Be aware and beware. There's a new scam going on at the gas pump. Y'all want to make sure that the pumps turn all the way off because they're utilizing your being in a rush, pumping your gas, seeing the amount that you put on there, and stopping or seemingly stopping and putting the hose back in the little holster, so to speak, and going about your business. But in some instances, the machines aren't cutting off and they're utilizing your Jazz. If you don't take your shitty butt somewhere, go take a duke and have at it. You said make sure it's not Phil. Shit, I don't want no problems. I don't want no problem. But y'all check this video. Check this video out here, huh?
I'm going to get my money, bitch.
Michelle, come on over to the good YouTube channel, Look at what he's looking at. Check it out, y'all. See that little screw head? Y'all see it?
That one doesn't have it. Those first two. This one does have it. I don't know if you can see it, but it's over here. Bro, I'm telling you, like people here trying to make a living and come on, bro. This one doesn't have it. This is in a shell. Look, another one. Look, another one. All of them. This is insane, dog. Crazy.
That's that bullshittery.
I'm going to get my money, bitch.
Hey, look, he went and pulled out them pliers to take that joint out. Lady Costanita said, that's why I always cancel out after I finish. Yes, please be aware that there's a lot going on out here and people are doing all kinds of things to get to their damn coin. Now, I pay inside first, then the pump. Even that sometimes gas prices going down to $2 after that deal. Trump sound good till I see it. When I see it, then I'ma believe it, Marquise. Always stay to the end to make sure I get my receipt. That part. Hey, Jazz, you know they thirsty out here. Music for God too. Good morning, darling. Hey. Listen, cheat with the algorithm. That's a fact because y'all know I'm loyal to the soil of the GMG mob. You know, I'm talking about to the GMG family. But you know, I still want to get out here and experience something in that algorithm. You hear me? So y'all help me do it, huh? At least I'm doing it with your permission by y'all hitting the thumbs up or hyping the video. You feel me? At least I'm doing it at your, with your permission, your understanding that when I go get out here into the world, to the algorithm, that I'm coming back home, baby. Yeah. Allure is in here for sure. What's goody like the mob, huh? Nah, you can never get your girl Tina. I'll scam you before you scam me. I believe that I'm a hustler. Hey, but hold up, Tina P. Marie. Are you up here admitting to some things? Look, she said, nah, you can never get your girl Tina. I'll scam you before you scam me. Better believe I'm the hustle. You better ask somebody. Damn it, Tina B. Marie. What? Tina B said, I'm gonna get it how I live, damn it, huh? Have at it. Charlie also said, I've been seeing that for a while and always wondered why they put the screws in there. Just be careful, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure whether you pay inside or pay at the pump that it closes out, that you finish, that you hit the buttons on the screen or whatever need be to make sure that your purchase is completed. Make sure your purchase is completed so that you're not caught out there and you check later in your bank account got either a big hole in it or is depleted because somebody done came and ran the pump up on your behalf. You feel me? She said, "Yep." Damn it, Tina B. I suppose as long as you come home. They not only doing it at the gas station, they doing it in the grocery store too. You talking about with the skim cards? I mean, the skim things that sit on top of the machines. You right about that. But hold on, there's another. Ladies and gentlemen, get you a wallet or get you a RFID blocker. They got wallets. My wallet I got has RFD block protection on it or whatever the case may be. Get you a wallet because if you don't, or a card that's sit in your wallet, and what it does, it blocks because there's readers. There's people that can walk by you and have an apparatus either in their hand or in their pocket that can pick up on your information through your purse, through your pants, through whatever, or whatever the case may be, whether it be credit card information or the like. Get one of those, put it in your wallet. It helps block the frequency and from them being able to grab your card information or whatever. Just another tidbit. Miss Cass said, got him. Don't forget those fake stickers they be putting on them too. Yeah, the stickers, the tap function at the pumps. The tap function at the pumps, some of those stickers are fake. And the fake stickers lead to other people's skimmers and electronic devices that pull your information. So be careful about that. That's a fact. Be very, very careful, ladies and gentlemen. Very careful. Here at the GMG family, I got love for y'all because y'all got love for me. Y'all tap in, tune in with me. It's my job to disseminate information that will help keep you safe out here, that will help better you monetarily, help better you mentally, spiritually, emotionally, and all of the things. But as of right now, don't be caught slipping while you trying to get gas, especially not now. Gas already high as a beer. You hear me? Feel when I be passing the turnstile, the scanning metro system be scanning my phone, but I lock my wallet. You ain't getting me. What? Are you serious? Is that what's going on up there now? They scanning phone? Oh no. Damn it. That's a fact, Nelly Nail, at an all-time high. I need a link on that blocker. Okay, I'll find the information and get it to you. Cause the wallet I got ain't too ladylike. It ain't too ladylike. But you know, it make it do what it do. But they got cards to what you call it. Sip my little bit of water I got in here. But it's all about chestnut checkers, ladies and gentlemen. Today, episode 303 of them things. 303 of them. What is looking like, huh? Yeah, let me move this chestnut checkers, huh? Y'all know how Big Phil move. Listen, it's a method to all my madness, and I need y'all to get on board with moving the right way when it comes to all the things that you're hearing, seeing, feeling, and thinking. You hear me? I'm gonna talk about that in a minute. Then the Mambo Sargi, you stepping ahead of the game. You stepping ahead of the game. You hear me? What you mean? What happened? What had happened? Oh, my bad. I don't know what's. Look, maybe somebody getting mad. Look, let me put it back up here. Then, did y'all see the? Not checkers. Y'all saw the thumbnail, right? Y'all saw the thumbnail big. Hopefully they not playing with my damn thing. Maybe I'm giving out too much damn. Oh, maybe. Okay. I see what's going on. Let me do it this way then. There you go. You can see that then, right? Y'all can see that. I had the whole screen as the thumbnail. I got to check on that because it damn sure shouldn't do that though. It shouldn't do that. Yeah, it's chess, not checkers. And I was saying, I said, I'm getting real good at this graphic thing, you know what I'm saying, with this AI putting it together. But you see, I'm making statements. I'm not just creating just to create some bullshit and some dragons and mythical lions and all the bullshit. I'm making a statement. You hear me? We got to learn to move the pieces across that board. You know what I'm talking about? Because they damn sure trying to move it against us. That part. Yeah, when you put it up, we lose your sound. Oh, wow. That's good to know. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. Yeah, you got better, but no funny. Yeah. Brother trying to work it out. Brother trying to work it out. Yeah. But anywho, I'm gonna keep it pushing. But yeah, life is chess, not checkers, ladies. And some of y'all not even playing checkers. Y'all playing Parcheesi, huh? In a game where they playing trouble, knocking you back to the start line or whatever the case may be. In the laws that they're passing, in the amendments that they're snatching, in the voting rights that they abolishing, and all the things we need to be on par and know what's going on. Shout out to this beautiful lady here. Y'all might know her as Olivia Pope. Y'all might know her as Kerry Washington, but she's speaking on the midterms and the importance of why we need to get up, get out, and get something. Y'all check this out, huh?
So one of the lines that gets quoted to me the most from Scandal is Papa Pope's line, "You have to be twice as good to get half of what they have." And I think that is because for Black people in this country, that isn't just a line from a show, that is our reality. And 2 weeks ago, the Supreme Court showed us an example of why. So I want to help you understand this. In case you don't know, here's what happened. A while back, Louisiana's legislature was ordered by their courts to redraw their voting map so that Black voters had real representation. That sounds great, right? Good. So they drew a map that gave Black people a real chance to be represented in Congress in fair numbers. But now the Supreme Court has ruled that that map is suddenly unconstitutional. And the thing is, the ruling doesn't just impact Louisiana. That decision gutted a key part of the Voting Rights Act, which is the law that has protected us, Black communities, from having our voting power drained away from us since 1965. Why am I talking about this? Okay, the midterms are coming. And there are people in power who are redrawing lots of maps to make our votes matter even less, to make it twice as hard for our voices to be heard and for people like us to be in power. So what do? I'm so glad you asked. And I know that you're going to save this post. You're going to text it to 4 friends, maybe 8 friends, because you got to be twice as good. Number 1, know your and by your I mean your district. Find out who represents you, because maps are being redrawn right now, and that answer may be about to change. So NAACP LDF, Democracy Docket, Black Voters Matter, they are all tracking this in real time, fighting back in the courts and in communities. Follow them. We'll help you follow them. Okay, now number 2, show up. Register to vote and bring your whole circle with you. School boards, city councils, state legislatures. That is where this fight is actually happening. I mean, the big splashy races, they matter, but these races, these local races, they need you for real. Number 3, make noise. You got to call your representatives. At 5 calls, they give you a script, they connect you directly, they make it easy. We'll help you find that. Number 4, share this video. We need everybody in this fight, because they are counting on us being too tired and too confused and too defeated. They want us to think that we can't make a difference. So we have to prove them wrong, even if we have to work twice as hard to do it.
You feel me? Listen, shout out to Kerry Washington. Everything she's saying is 1,000% true. Ladies and gentlemen, even if it's 100, 200, 300, 500 times harder to get to the voting booths to vote, to be able to vote, make sure you go the extra mile. Y'all go the extra mile to stand online for tickets for concerts. Y'all go the extra mile to stand online for sneakers. Y'all go the extra mile to get the bullshit that you really don't need in your life, the frivolous stuff. Stuff like this is important, especially in a time like this. Young Dre said, is that Jason Lee in the fly with the hat on? Picture that one. Shout out to Jason Lee, but picture that one. Speaking of standing on business, right? Speaking of standing on business, I got to give a shout out to, matter of fact, before I go to the standing on business thing, there's also piggybacking on Kerry Washington when she talked about there's a call for a boycott for the Southeastern Conference. And for those that don't know, it encompasses a lot of the popular football teams down south. Let me pull this up so I can read this little bit real quick. SEC universities support Republican politicians who strip away voting districts that predominantly serve Black voters while making billions in revenue from Black athletes. 56% of all Black Americans live in Confederate states, and as such, they deserve political representation. Voting rights and representation are the most fundamental rights for all Americans, and Black voters deserve the same right as all other Americans. What they're calling on is all athletic programs, all football, basketball, track and field, and other athletic programs to participate in this boycott, this SEC athletic boycott by not playing. National TV boycott. We are calling on a weekly boycott of all nationally televised SEC games. Athlete action. They are calling on all current Black athletes to transfer from every SEC school, and for athletes to decommit from all SEC schools and potentially and probably take your education, your talents and wherewithal to HBCUs. That part right there. Shout out to this. Y'all can screenshot this or get a copy of this flyer if you want to be a part of the boycott. If you want to be a part of the situation, they need to know that we do indeed have power. No matter what they're trying to strip away from us, that we indeed have power when it comes to our dollar, what we gonna participate in, what we're gonna promote, what we're gonna encourage, what we're gonna be involved with, and whom we're gonna involve with. Hit them in the pocket, things will get to moving. And I'm gonna keep pushing. But yeah, shout out to the organizers of this SEC boycott. Some people say, "Oh, it ain't gonna do nothing." It'll do something if there's a concerted effort to be involved. Stop going to their games. If you stop going to their games, that's revenue loss from ticket purchases. If you stop going to the game, that's revenue loss from concession purchases, which is the snacks and the goodies and things. If you stop looking at the games, then they lose out on dollars from the stations that broadcast it. If you stop supporting the schools and all that, the sponsors, the companies that sponsor and give endowments to the actual colleges and universities will stop doing it because they won't get too much promotion for doing so. If you stop letting your children go to these schools that are supporting the laws that are being changed and the people that want to hold you back and hold you down, if you stop supporting these schools by letting your children go there, then they are forced to either do something different or lose out. Because at the end of the day, in states like that, in colleges and universities, the athletic program helps fund and fuel the school by way of, like I said, sponsorships and donations, and also alumni coming back and sowing seeds back into the school. But if the athletes aren't there, a lot of things change. Don't think that your dollars don't matter. Don't think that your vote doesn't matter. Everything that you do in this world matters. As a person, and more importantly, collectively as a community. That's the problem. People don't vote for the people that's fighting for us in between time. They only vote for the president. That's a fact. That's what makes the midterms more important. That's why Frump has been doing everything he's been doing and getting people in position to do everything that you see going on now, because he know he done broke a law or two. He know some of the people he put in place done broke a law or two, and he's very afraid that if we get out and vote in the midterm and change things up as far as the seats and the people in them, that he might not be able to finish his term, one. Two, that some laws and bullshit that he done put out there and created will get reverted, abolished, done away with, amended, et cetera, et cetera. So you getting out there to vote is uber important for the midterm. We can get to the presidency if that race ever happens. But for right now, we talk about the midterm, huh? That part. Let me get this screen up here and put my big head back on the screen. You feel me? Peep scheme, Wagwan brethren. That's it right there, Young Dreads. United, we stay divided, we fall. United, we stand. If we divided, we fall. That's right. The choice is yours. The choice is yours. Now, for some of us that are not necessarily in a southern state or whatever the case may be, all you have to do is start to find out who backs who. Look into some of these companies that you buy products from. See who they're supporting, who they're donating to, whose campaigns are they fueling, what laws and amendments are they backing, et cetera, and pull your support, pull your money out of their pockets, pull your support, pull your patronage off the table. Stop buying from this eatery or that eatery. Stop getting clothes or whatever from this person or that person or this company or that company. Listen, your dollars matter, your voice matters, what you feel and think matter. Don't never let that go over your head. Yes, a lot of red states turning blue. He doing everything to stop it. That's a factor mundo. And the problem is, hold on, let me. The problem is, excuse me, a lot of individuals don't understand the process, the voting process, why their I'm getting tongue twisted. Voice and vote are important on a local level. I always said, if you affect the local level can affect up the ladder up to the presidency. But a lot of people, the only thing they think is, oh, we got to vote on the presidency and that's it. The president, whoever, we got to either get them in office or get them out of office. But a lot of times, as we see with the electorate vote and all these things that are in place, that doesn't work how it's supposed to, how it should work, right? Because if we, the people, decide and vote in favor of one candidate over another one, then that should be the president. But then the electorate vote changes the whole thing up. And why you think they redistricting and changing up certain things? Because that'll be more electorate votes for certain sides and for certain people. So make sure y'all get out to vote in the midterms for your local vote. Your local elections, and start researching the people that are out here now, that are out here running for different offices: councilman, alderman, mayor, senator, ward member, whatever the case may be. Make sure you get you do your due diligence and find out at least the bare minimum on these people that are on these ballots, and then do something about it properly. That part. Peachkey said, let's take over Plymouth Rock. People are brainwashed to think our votes don't matter, so that's why they don't vote. That's a fact. That's a fact of mundo. Let me see. Do 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 do. I was talking about standing on business. This company right here stood on business. EJ's Wine Shop. EJ's Wine Shop. Two gentlemen come in there, they partaking in wine or whatever. Some other individual down the bar, I guess, don't like their presence because of the persuasion or whatever the case may be. And he thought by speaking up and speaking out that he was going to have them removed. And the owner stood on business and did what's right. You don't know what I'm talking about? Watch this. Shout out to the owner of EJ's Wine Shop, in Iowa.
May 1st, a gentleman came into the shop and sat down, and then there was several other people throughout the bar sitting down. I had a couple guys at the bar, other couples spread throughout the wine shop. Eventually, one gentleman got me to come over to where he's sitting at and accused the two guys sitting at the bar that they were strapped, which means he thought they were carrying a gun, and that they were staring at him and throwing gang signs. And I looked back at the two gentlemen, and I already knew who they were. I turned around and told this guy that is 100% incorrect, and that he didn't know what he was talking about. And he told me that I needed to look at the tape because he was 100% guaranteed that they were strapped. And I told him that that's not right, and that he needs to leave my wine shop. I used a little bit more vulgar language than that, because he was starting to raise his voice, get mad at me, told me that I was a fucking liar, and that they're, fuck this, fuck that. Anyways, and so yeah, things got escalated. He stood up. I tried directing him out the door. And he did not like that, and then proceeded, him and I kind of got through a shoving match until eventually I pushed him out the door. So, this gentleman is trespassed from the space for 1 year and will never be welcome back even after that trespass is lifted next year. But at the end of the day, don't come into my wine shop or any business I ever heard part of and say bullshit that is totally incorrect with no merit, and that could be perceived as racist too, because I'm not going to take that shit. Even if I didn't know these gentlemen, I would not take that because it's the dumbest shit ever. So I am going to use vulgar, strong language and escort physically helping you leave my wine shop. So something we do to make, but it needs to be addressed because it's not the mentality here. So yeah.
I don't keep your fucking hands up. If I knock you the fuck out, I give a fuck. Go out. Get the fuck out. Knock you the fuck out. Give a fuck. Keep your fucking hands up here. I swear to God, I'll fucking knock the fuck out of you. Understand? Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. Get the fuck out. Fuck you. Get the fuck out. Stupid cocksucker.
I apologize for all the vocalizing of the explicatives, the cuss words, et cetera, for those that might get offended by hearing certain words. However, shout out to the owner of EJ's Wine Shop in Iowa. He stood on business. He saw what was right and didn't stand for differentiating because of color or because of race. I applaud you. I didn't get your name, but so I have to say the owner of EJ's Wine Shop. What you did was dope, and I hope that and I wish that many other businesses would do the same thing. We in 2026, ladies and gentlemen. This racist BS is getting old. This racist BS is getting played out. We're in a day and age that there's enough interaction between the races and cultures to where there should be minimally just understanding of each other as humans, and that even though our skin shades and tones might be a little different, that underneath it all that we have some similarities and a lot more similarities than differences, that we also live, breathe, and bleed the same way, that we are people. Shout out to the owner of EJ's Wine Shop. You hear me? Des and D, super. What's supper? What's goody like the mob? Yeah, he did the right thing, definitely. He did the right thing, definitely. Okay. I want to play this video of this officer. Hold on, let me pull this up real quick. Make sure I'm right and exact as I go into my soliloquies. But it was a woman who got snatched up out of a bathroom, pulled up out of the bathroom, who seemingly was just putting makeup on, etc. And the officers kind of did her a little dirty. They did her a little dirty. I'm trying to find the 411. Okay, boom. On August 26, 2025, 19-year-old Black autistic college student Victoria Lang was locked out of her dorm in Wichita Falls, Texas, and went to the downtown McDonald's to change her clothes while she waited for housing to be sorted out. A manager called 911 claiming she'd been in the restroom too long and assuming she was homeless. Wichita Falls police officers Daniel Wilson and Douglas Gully responded. Body cam footage shows Wilson choking, dragging, and hog-tying Lang as they force her out of the restroom, into the restaurant, and into the patrol car. The department later labeled as unnecessary and excessive. Both officers left the Wichita Falls Police Department, with Wilson fired in November 2025 and Gully resigning afterwards. On May 6, 2026, the city finally released 5 angles of body cam and cruiser video from the arrest, and days later, a grand jury indicted former officer Daniel Wilson over his actions in that McDonald's bathroom. I want y'all to check this out. It's triggering. It's triggering. So please, if you need to change or move away from the screen or whatever, I understand.
I swear to God. Do not start reaching in there. Oh, I did. Do not reach in there. I literally did.
Now, the video you see right now is from former police officer Daniel Wilson, showing him putting force on Victoria Lang's neck after dragging her outside the McDonald's bathroom last August.
5 videos from that day in August are available to the public now.
2 of the videos are body cam footage from former officer Wilson.
Ma'am? Do you have ID on you? No.
August 26th of last year, former Wichita Falls police officers Daniel Wilson and Douglas Gully responded to a call about a person in the bathroom of the McDonald's on Holiday Street who was refusing to leave. Records show Lang refused to identify herself or provide identification.
Wilson and Gully carried her out of the restroom and restaurant, and in the video, the two did not give verbal commands to get up, and Wilson picked her up by the feet and Gully up by her handcuffs. Once outside, Lang still refused to walk with the officers. Wilson grabbed her ankles and dragged her across the parking lot to a squad car.
In the video, Wilson twisted Lang's legs into a figure 4, trying to turn Lang on her stomach. No verbal commands were given by Wilson. The 2 officers lifted Lang up and pushed her into the back of the car in a prone position. The body cam footage from the arrest to the Wichita County Jail is about 20 minutes long.
A suspension letter released by the city on April 7th called the actions of Wilson, quote, unreasonable, unnecessary, and excessive.
It's a damn shame. A damn shame. The girl changed her clothes. Now, if they didn't want her to do that, cool. I understand that, McDonald's. I understand that. However, that should have been handled a whole different way. One. Two, them bam ass officers, I'm glad that that police department got him up out of there. The second one resigned. They probably gave him the benefit of the doubt and allowed him to resign. And I'm glad that he's been indicted, the other officer, and hopefully we'll get some time behind it. I hope that, like Nellie Nell said, that that girl gets her a payday, because it's egregious, it's despicable, and unnecessary. And some dumbass clown would come and say, well, why didn't she just comply? But you heard the man say they never gave verbal commands to do this, that, or the third. Never gave verbal commands to comply to. I don't know how severe her autism is or how mild it is. But even if she was not autistic, they didn't give proper verbal commands for her to do too much of nothing, per the footage that was shown. Oh, yeah, facts on Feel the Love, yeah. That's a fact, Lady Costanita, and it's a sad fact. Our people will always look like to be a threat to these people. You see how, and you see near the end of the video how that something could have happened to her back. You see how they bent her legs back up to get her in the car? Almost like if for the old school folks that remember wrestling and the Iron Sheik and the movies to put people in, and Bobby Backlund, that movies to put people in when their backs is bent up backwards, they could have actually did something to that girl's spine. Right, like a stuffed doll. And hog-tied her. What crime did she commit? What crime did she commit? Even if the McDonald's wanted to trespass her, she had not committed a crime. And when they trespass you, they give you a warning that you're not able to come back to that establishment. And if you do, you'll be committing a crime. If you do come back, you'll be committing a crime. Not in the moment that they trespass you have you committed a crime. So all she did was go there to change her clothes because something was going on with her room and at her dorm. Make that make sense. Make that make sense. That's a fact, Nellie Nell. Okay, Lady Costanita, you have a wonderful day. The Cobra Clutch. Yeah, that's it right there, Young Dre's. The Cobra Clutch. Sue McDonald's and the police department. That's a fact of mundo. Sue all their asses. Sue all, because if it wasn't for that manager calling, them police wouldn't have came, and none of that the subsequent stuff would have happened. And we don't even know whether or not the management had told the lady that she had to leave the bathroom or that she was in there too long or whatever the case may be. Somebody probably walked in there, seen her in there, and was like, I don't know what she in there doing. Look, she getting dressed. I don't know what she doing. That's probably what happened. And the manager said, oh no, not in this McDonald's, not in this McDonald's. There's some context left out, but at the end of the day, the lady did not commit a crime to be treated as such. Hell, even if she did commit some crime, depending on what it is, wouldn't have deserved that crap right there. The guy choked her up, dragged her across the restaurant, embarrassment, out of the restaurant into the street. Y'all saw the street was wet. It had been raining or was raining or whatever the case may be. Hog-tied her, bent her up in a police car, and I'm pretty sure she had to ride all the way to the police station looking like a damn pretzel. I'm glad they got his bam ass the hell up out of there. The other officer should have been charged too. He shouldn't have been allowed to resign. He should have been fired too. By him resigning, they allowed him to keep his benefits and his retirement. The other officer should have been fired too. Why? Because he stood there and he allowed it to happen and he participated in it happening. Period. That's what I'm saying. The same way we need to work on addressing the issues of our neighborhoods and our communities. Them bam ass niggas need to work on the corruption, the brutality, the excessive force, and all the things that go on within their forces or whatever the case may be. The same way we need to get our communities right, they need to get their ranks right. And if you stand there and allow for it to go down while you're there or you participate in it, even in a minor way, you're just as guilty. Because guess what? If somebody commits an unaliving and somebody helps that, help them get away from the scene or get away with it or help them move a body or whatever the case may be, they are charged with an accessory before the fact or after the fact. An accessory carries in most cases the same amount of time as the actual unaliving. So if these officers stand by and allow their partners to do egregious bullish or whatever the case may be, they should be charged right along with them. That will change the department. That will make these officers say, hold up. I'm not losing my job over your sucker-ish. I'm not losing my job over your racist bull-ish. I'm not losing my job over your punk-ass brutality issues. I'm not doing it. So your ass is not going to do it while we out here in this field. I need you to watch my back, and I need to watch your back. And part of watching your back is making sure you don't jack us up and have us doing something illegal or immoral out here. That's what should happen. The other cop went to another department. Man, listen. Bam, man, Norgos, listen. Hold on, let me see something. Boom. Y'all over on IG, y'all come on over to YouTube if you would. If you're over on X, formerly known as Twitters, come on over to the YouTube. Why don't you? Phil, you should run for mayor in D.C. I think you might win. I think I would too, to be honest, but I don't know if they ready for a real nugger like me. Huh? I don't think they'd be ready for a nugger like me. Who knows? Maybe I will one day. I don't know. Or mayor of some city, because listen, I know what we need. I know what we need as a people and as a broader base for the whole city. I know what we need. That's a fact of Mundo. Keeping it pushing. Speaking of police interactions and police doing effery, as in the video we just saw, this next video tugs at the heartstrings or whatever the case may be. This police officer drives by and pulls up, and this little girl's reactions, boy, this little girl's reactions is a sad reality of how some people feel. The trauma, the PTSD of the things that they see and hear in their communities when it comes to not all police, but some police. And this Nelly does it. Let's go, Phil. I'm on the campaign trail with you. Shout out Nelly there. Rich, what's goody like the Bob, huh? It's this weekend, ain't it? I gotta see, Rich. I gotta see. But this interaction, it speaks volumes. Even the emotions of the police woman, the police officer, speaks volumes. It shows that there's a change that needs to happen. There's a change that needs to happen. Y'all don't know what I'm talking about? Come check this out, huh? Get your tissue. Get your tissue.
It's okay. We're not all bad, are you? How old are you? I'm almost 9 years old. I saw you. And then I knew I said I want you to do it. Whatever you're feeling, you're absolutely fine. Is there any girl? No.
it's a sad presentation indeed. A sad presentation indeed. I'm gonna read the verbiage that comes along with that video, because it was a lot of air in it, so you probably couldn't hear all that was being said. But I know, Nail. That's why I'm gonna read this the verbiage. Excuse me. A mother broke down after sharing a heartbreaking moment during a simple family walk in the park. When a patrol car slowly pulled up nearby, her young daughter instantly froze, raised her hands in the air, and looked terrified, believing she had done something wrong, even though she was just a child enjoying the day. The moment became emotional when a female officer stepped out of the car, visibly shaken, fighting back tears. She told the mother that her own daughter is around the same age, and seeing a little girl react with fear instead of safety truly hurt her. The officer explained that no child should grow up believing every police officer is someone to fear, and she hoped future generations could experience more understanding, trust, and compassion between communities and law enforcement. Now, thousands online are debating the moment, with many calling it heartbreaking, while others say it shows how important conversations between parents, communities, and police really are. And I've been saying it forever. Nah, Young Dreads, it was actually the video. It was definitely the video. But you could visibly, even with the wind, you could visibly see that little girl looked shook up and scared. Looked like she about to pee on herself. And I'm not making light of it, not making a joke. Not making a joke. But when you read the verbiage behind it or whatever the case may be, it's like, damn. And, to keep it 1,000, all police officers aren't like bad people. They're not. I think they should stand up to their own. I think they should definitely stand up to their own. But when you got kids feeling the brunt of the fear, the anxiety, the uncertainty, the not knowing, it goes to show that we in some, I bit my tongue, God, we are in some effed up times. We are in some effed up times. And I'm glad that it showed some of the emotion of the officer as well, to show that there is some humanity left in the ranks of the police departments, because some act cold and oblivious to the communities in which they patrol. They forget they're there to protect and serve. And for officers that might see this, I'm not talking about all officers. You all know who's who in your force. But for a child, and most of us are parents at these ages, most of us, even police officers at these ages, got babies, got kids and things. And like the officer said, I have a daughter the same age. And for a child to feel fright, utter fear, to be scared to the point of how that young girl looked in the video at the sight of an officer. Not the officer locking nobody up and locking her mama up or even getting at her mother, never the case, nothing of the point of the sort, sorry. But the actual just sight of speaks volumes to where we are and what needs to be changed and what needs to be worked on. When I was a youngster, that girl's age, they had officer friendly, they had community liaisons. The police still walked the beats, showed up in the communities, knew who was who in the communities, and treated the citizens differently, even in the wrongdoing most times. Crack era did change it and bring about a whole lot of stuff, but they still didn't do half the stuff that a lot of these officers are doing now. They still didn't do half the things that these officers are doing now, at least in DC. At least by my own experience. I've had hands put on me by officers. I've been roughed up a little bit. To me, it was all in the game because I was outside hustling, selling this, that, and the third, and shouldn't have been out there from the giddy up. But most case scenarios, I ain't had to worry about whether this officer was going to pull his gun and kill me. I didn't have to worry about whether I was going to make it home outside of get locked up, of course, but make it home to my mother or to my girl or to my family or whatever the case may be. I didn't have to worry about that. So when you see a girl that age, I think she was 9 years old, the amount of fear, you can see it in her tenseness, how her stance was, the look on her face. That girl looked like somebody that's afraid of a dog. You ever see somebody that's afraid of a dog? Either they holler, scream, and run away from the dog, or they freeze up and they tense up and they just that's how that young girl looked. Unfortunately, it's sad when the police got more rep of doing bad than the good they're supposed to do. Supposed to protect and serve. That's a fact, Mundo. I got to put that up there twice. It's sad when the police got more rep of doing bad than good. They supposed to protect and serve. That part. Yeah, Nelly Nell. I trust me, I get it. I get it, man. It's a sad situation. It goes to show that we really need to have conversations. We really need change. We really need things to be different in our communities and for our communities. In our communities and for our communities. It's a sad thing. I'm gonna keep it pushing though. I'm gonna keep it pushing. My homie Lonnie B from the DC area, from Southeast. We don't say Southeast. South with an F. Southeast DC. Lonnie B. He's been going viral throughout the IG streets, TikTok, or whatever the case may be. Kathy Hughes tapped him in for a radio position on Magic 102.3, I think it is, right? And for a Saturday show. His insight on Dr. Cheyenne Bryant is spot on. I've been waiting to decide whether or not I want to address or go into this lady. Yeah, that's right, Southeast. Young Dre said, I remember being kicked in the head by an officer at 13 when me and my best friend stole a car for his 14th birthday and the police was chasing us and tried to get away. Man, listen. Lonnie B is speaking on, giving you his thoughts of his interaction, what he's seen with this Dr. Cheyenne Bryant. Allegedly, doctor, allegedly. I don't want no lawsuits, allegedly. But anybody that's seen any material from Lonnie B, you know he animated and he got DC written all up in his DNA. You can tell. Zion, hey. Good morning to ye. Good morning. Lonnie B is funny, hilarious, very entertaining, very educated, very well respected in the Washington, D.C. area. Man of substance, man of some years. Y'all check this out. Doctor, in quotation marks, Cheyenne Bryant, huh?
They say it's a woman on the internet running around lying to everybody. The doctor lady. They say this bitch ain't Dr. Oz, Dr. Phil, or Dr. Seuss. So I get to asking everybody, now why the fuck she got to lie about being a doctor? Because bitch, if you lie about being a doctor, I know you lied about having all your shots when you was in school, bitch. Just walking through the elementary hall, sneezing and touching people, giving people shit. You know, she was recently here in D.C., and they said every room she walked out of, bitches got the whispering. That bitch lying. She was on my girl Marissa Mitchell show, and Marissa asked her. Marissa said, if you not going to prove to the people your credentials of being a doctor, why don't you just drop doctor from your name? That woman said, absolutely not. And then she looked at Marissa like, won't you drop Mitchell from your motherfucking name? But Marissa kept it cute and said, thanks for coming. But see, this is when I knew something. So y'all know I work at the radio station part-time for 2 hours. And I seen Dr. Illusion up there. We walked past each other. She was coming up there to be interviewed by Shay Parker. Now, Shay, that's my girl. I love Shay. Hey, Shay, she looked so pretty that day. You always look pretty, Shay. So when she walked in to be interviewed by Shay, she hugged Shay. And she looked back at the lady that was with her like, did you get that? And the lady was giving no. So she said, let's do it again. And then she made sure the lady pulled out her camera to record her hugging Shay. I said, oh, this bitch was raised or hung around some Africans that was crooks. This bitch is a scammer. She all about image. She like for things to look away. Look, just be a bitch with common sense. Cause she articulates very well and she know how to speak. Fuck that other shit. You don't have those credentials, don't claim it. You just an educated bitch that know how to speak. You taught yourself.
I'm just saying. Shout out to the homie Lonnie B. Shout out to the homie Lonnie B. He's doing a lot in the community. Look at there. That's my boo. Lonnie B is one funny MF. Listen, y'all got to check him out. His page is I Am Lonnie B on IG, or he has Lonnie B Productions on IG, but I Am Lonnie B. Check him out. He's funny than a mug. You hear me? And again, whatever you think, he's very well respected and protected. But the brother is a ball of talent, and he's putting on plays and projects that are giving other black actors and actresses a chance to shine and to grow in their craft. Shout out to Lonnie B, huh? Keep it coming, homie. Keep it coming. Yeah. Anywho, Sexy Sugar Mama, what you know about Lonnie B, huh? What you know about DC, huh? We some talented mofos in our city, you feel me? But yeah, I'm going to keep it pushing. Shout out to Lonnie B. This next segment, I like putting on this segment, trying to do it every episode of the Good Morning Gang Morning Show, but sometimes I don't. But this one, I got to. It's the This Bama Here award of the day. Now, what is she supposed to be a doctor of? Bullshiggery? Who knows? She probably bought one of them certificates in the mail for $49.95. But her some truths are allegedly coming out that she's not a doctor at all or whatever. But we don't know. I don't know. But if you catch her talking, she's very articulate, like he said, knows how to speak. But she's like a corner hustler in a way. She knows some words to say to move people. You know what I'm saying? But some I'm gonna leave that alone, allegedly. Anyway, this Bama Hill Awards goes to none other than Chud the Dud, Chud the Crud, Chud who eats cud, Chud the Builder. You dumbass and got yourself in a pickle this time, Chud the Dud. I know y'all probably like, why are you talking about this Bama again? This needs to be talked about. The Bama out here acting up and acting out again, looking for clout, got what he was looking for. Out here bothering individuals, calling people out their name and such. This time somebody put some hands on him. Chud getting the pistol. Want to shoot the person that put hands on him and shot himself as well, dumbass nigga. And end up getting himself locked up and facing some very, very serious charges. Very serious charges. Chud the Duds, you gonna learn today. And if they give you some time, you Batman nigga. Not only are you gonna have to worry about the brothers, you're gonna have to worry about the ABs getting at you too. Cause you sweet. Pause, no Diddy. Y'all watch this, huh? This Bama here. This Bama here.
Media influencer known as Chud the Builder is now facing an attempted murder charge after a shooting today outside the Montgomery County Courthouse. Deputies say Dalton Etherly, better known on social media as Chud the Builder, was involved in a fight leading to gunfire. Both men were hospitalized. Deputies just arrested Etherly, charging him with attempted murder, aggravated assault, and reckless endangerment with a deadly weapon. Tonight, he's being held in the Montgomery County Jail.
The problem is, my understanding, he's in one of them states that you are allowed to meet force with proper force, right? But the gentleman was fighting him. The gentleman didn't have no knife, no gun, or none of that. His lawyer is going to have a hard, tough time to get a jury to believe that he was in imminent danger of something worse, to the point where he had to use the force of grabbing his gun and utilizing it, or whatever the case may be. Look, Young Dre said, bring him to Rikers Island. We'll show him a good time. If you don't believe the things that I'm saying about him having a tough time, listen to this lawyer and his take on Chud the Dud and possibly what he looking at. I'm smiling because it's like the chicken's coming home to roost. I said this Bama is going to crash out. He's going to do something to either get himself in trouble or get something done to him. And in this situation, a little will both happen. Huh? We're going to see what happens once, because I think he's out now. I'm not sure. But we're going to see if he gets back to walking around the streets doing that dumb ish that he been doing. But check this lawyer out, huh?
Chud the Builder. Freedom of speech and self-defense. Let's get into it. Today, a tragedy occurred right here at the Montgomery County Courthouse in Tennessee. Chud the Builder has been shot by himself and shot somebody else. We don't have any video of what happened, but from reports, what we see is that Chud the Builder's out there. He's doing his thing, which is basically uses the N-word with the hard R and then gets them to get upset and then start saying things like you're chimping out, and people get angry. Well, this time somebody got so angry, they were like, hey man, when you say that stuff to me, it gives me PTSD. Don't say that stuff to me. So Chud's doing his thing, and then the person starts wailing on Chud. And Chud pulls out his firearm and he fires a shot, hits the guy in the stomach, and it also hits Chud. We do have some video of the aftermath.
You start saying all that chimp out shit to me, I'm gonna hit you. He hit me, started wailing on me, even after I had to defend myself by shooting him.
Is Chud allowed to use those words? Legally, he's allowed to say whatever he wants, as long as he's not threatening somebody. Did he act in self-defense? Absolutely not. You're allowed to use the same force that's being used against you to defend yourself. So if somebody comes up and punches you, you can punch them back. You can't pull out a gun and shoot them unless they are using deadly force against you. Now, one thing he could try to argue is that there was multiple people coming towards him, and that he that's when he used the deadly weapon. But there's no evidence that there was multiple people. There's only evidence of one person, and even in his own statement, he only talks about one person wailing on him. If that's the case, Chud, you got a big problem.
Chud the Dud, you gonna be in jail and be somebody's. No, you're going to be in the jail cell with a stud. Allegedly. Excuse me. I blame these social media streets and this social media age and the people that have donated to this Bama, because there's been a lot of companies and things that have donated to this Bama, empowering him to do the things that he done, say the things that he say, and incite the issues and drama that has been incited. Connie Baptiste, good morning to ye. It's sad. It's sad. But guess what? I don't wish death upon no man or no woman, but at the same time, that's exactly what your Bama ass get. That's exactly what your Bama ass get. I bet you ought to think twice. If you don't think twice, you ought to think twice. Next time you want to jump out there and do some sucker-ish in the ways that you've been doing. Calling people out their name, using racial slurs and things of the nature. You lucky that your grill is still intact. You lucky your jaw is in proper alignment. You lucky that your eye sockets are still decent. You lucky. Or should I say blessed? Now you got to deal with things that we be dealing with, Chud the Dud. Now you got to deal with good old Lady Liberty. But now we gonna see if they prosecute him properly. Now we're gonna see if there's some shenanigans in the courtroom to get it dismissed or thrown out and or null prost or to get him a pat on the hand or whatever the case may be. And the fact that he's done things multiple times should show a habitual nature of Chud the Dud. Trying to incite fear, trying to incite racial bigotry, racism. And in this day and age in which hate crimes are a real thing, the way in which he's approached people and talked to people should be considered assault. You can verbally assault somebody, for those that don't know that. You don't have to put hands on them and be charged with assault. You can verbally assault somebody and get arrested. And the fact that he's using racial slurs should be looked at as a threat, should be looked at as a hate crime, should be dealt with accordingly. But we not there. They ain't charging with none of that. They charged him with they should have charged him with attempted murder. That's what they should have charged him with. But Chud the Dud, you gonna learn today, ain't you, Bama? You gonna learn today that, freedoms ain't free, are they? You can't just run around just doing and saying whatever it is you want willy-nilly and think that it's cool and copacetic with everybody. How much longer did you think that you would be able to do this without some confrontation? Or is that your plan all along? Because there's the thought process that you really trying to incite a racial war or race riots and things of that nature. It's thoughts going on that you're trying to cause so much dissension and disturbance, not just personally in what you're doing, but in other individuals that feel like you're talking or want to move in retribution over something somebody may do to you. Are you trying to become a martyr, Chud the Dud? Are you trying to become a martyr, Chud the Dud, for bigoted groups or bigoted ideology? I will say this. I do hope that they don't spare you not near one bit. I do hope that they make you pay for every indiscretion that you've done, every racial slur and whatnot that you've spewed out of your tainted ass, wicked mouth. I hope they dig into your background and pull your background out so we can see more pictures of you in that tutu, so that if you're given any time, the fellas up the road where you're going to see of your own persuasion, forget about the brothers, of your own persuasion, getting to see you for who you are. A punk with a cowboy hat on and a thick-ass swirly mustache. Hopefully they get to seeing you for who the hell you are, Chud the Dud. Huh? Interesting. Very intense. When I seen it, I was like, oh, you done did it now. You done did it now. Now we gonna see if he gets back out here and gets in the streets and chip this and N-word that and all the things. We gonna see. We're gonna see. He damn sure ain't pulling up to DC with that bullshit. He damn sure ain't pulling up in certain neighborhoods in Chicago, certain neighborhoods in LA, certain neighborhoods in the Bay, certain neighborhoods in Dallas, certain neighborhoods in Houston, certain neighborhoods in Florida, certain neighborhoods in Atlanta and surrounding there, certain neighborhoods in New York, NYC, and the whole nine, any of the 5 boroughs. I bet you he won't. I bet you he won't. I bet you he won't. Chud the Dud, Daniel or Dexter or whatever your hell your name is, your 15 minutes of fame are now up. Your 15 years of fame, minutes of fame are now up. Clifford, I don't know who the hell you talking to. Ain't no Miss Vaughn on this screen, so I don't know who you talking about, but God bless you. Some people be cuckoo for Cocoa Puff. Anyway, Chud the Dud, your 15 seconds are now up. Welcome to the real world, Punk. Welcome to the real world, huh? Anywho, ladies and gentlemen, how y'all feeling? If you're tapping in, tuning in for the first time, or wondering what the hell is this show about or what's going on, this is the Good Morning Gang morning show, huh? I'm Big Phil Speaks, your host with the most. Make sure you follow me on any and all platforms. Big Phil Speaks, not everywhere, but everywhere, as we say in the DC area. Black the Beast, salute my brother. I'm over on Good to Good YouTube. Salute my brother. Listen, tap in with your boy. I got a lot of good things coming. I got the Good Morning Gang morning show. I got Feel the Love Fridays tonight. I got with me and Valentine, the Love Queen. And I got the tap in where you're going to see interviews and real conversations and a heightened opportunity for you, the watcher, to tap in to be a part of the situation, whether it be via phone or whether it be via camming up or whatever the case may be. Got a lot of good things coming. I'm not speaking on it until I'm implementing it, because you know the haters be hating, the envious be envying, the naysayers be saying, and I'm not going. You hear me? I'm not going. I'm going to show you better than I can tell you. I told you in 2026, I'm coming for everything. Everything that got my name on it. Huh? Everything. And just like this thumbnail, it's chestnut checkers, baby. It's chestnut checkers. And I'm coming to win at all costs. Huh? I'm here to move the pieces across the board, get to my queen. Ooh! Get to my opportunities. Ooh! Show these Bammers. Wally B Music, what's goody like the mob? Crown that king, that's a fact of mundo. You hear me? That's what it's all about. And I think we need to wake up and stop playing Parcheesi, stop playing checkers, and stop playing Monopoly, stop playing chess. And somebody else said, I forget the other game somebody said earlier, but it made total sense. We need to wake up, educate ourselves, re-educate ourselves, reevaluate our lives, reevaluate our communities, rekindle the friendships of community, rekindle the relationship of community, rekindle the place where we used to be at, where we really exuded, I am my brother's keeper, or am I my brother's keeper? Go fish. Yeah, they playing go fish and I declare war. That's what the hell they playing, Zion. That's a fact. They playing I Declare War and Go Fish. Listen, and we need to stop playing the game that they playing at a better level and a higher level. And that starts with education, re-education, communication, accountability, association with one another as community, and letting and making our voices be heard so that we understand the power of the dollar. We understand our power with the dollar, understand our political power in mass. Why you think they're doing all this redistricting, changing the maps and such? Because they see the power in our power that we don't even fathom or come to full knowledge of knowing. I implore each and every one of you, find someone to talk to, preferably the young, because they are what's next. They're coming up next, and we need to change the patterns. We need to change the cycles, break the cycles, but also talk to someone in your peer group, your age group, that may not know certain things about the process of voting, who may not know certain processes of the political structure of our country, that may not know that their voice has power, who may not know how to balance even their checkbook. I'm just saying. There's a change that needs to happen. We can be with all the bullshittery in the world. We can be with all the F shit and the garbage that we see spewing day to day on these internet streets. But with balance, we can also be about the betterment of our communities, betterment of our people, betterment of self, betterment of self. Young Dress said, I'll make sure y'all tune in tonight for Feel the Love show for the debut of the new co-host who look like a certain individual, which we not. No, somebody else said this mess to me. No, they look nothing alike. Nothing. And yeah, that name that will remain nameless. No. That's crazy. I don't see how. I don't see in what way possible. But anywho, I'm not entertaining that. Excuse me. I'm not entertaining y'all bullshittery. Yeah, you would laugh, wouldn't you? Tonight, ladies and gentlemen, where is it at? Joining me on Feel the Love is the wonderful, vivacious Valentine, the Love Queen. Nothing. Young Dre's, look clearly at that picture. Nothing about her looks like old girl at all. So we're going to leave that alone, please. No. But anyway, shout out to Valentine. I look forward to our dialogue and having a wonderful time for Feel the Love Fridays. And I think you all need to be there so you can see more of her personality, her talents, her voice. I think it's going to be a wonderful time, ladies and gentlemen. And it gives a broader perspective to Feel the Love. You know what I'm talking about? And for those that don't know what Feel the Love is, it's a show I do from 8 to 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where we as adults get together and have a tete-a-tete about relationships, intimacy, marriage, dating, sex, courting, all of the things. And it's very grown, very sexy. Sometimes it gets spicy and sometimes salacious. So make sure them kids are in the bed. Make sure them kids are out of earsight, because we're going to get at it tonight. Thank you, Demetrius TV. Thank you, my brother. Thank you. People with good eyesight can see. People with good eyesight can see. But I know people are trolling and trying to make this, that, and the third, but it ain't that type of party. Tiffany, Young Dreads, and others. It ain't that type of party. Thank you, Demetrius T. Oh, yeah, gone crazy. But anywho, ladies and gentlemen, if you would like to support the network at all, you can click this link or go to this link or get your phones and screen and zoom in and hit that QR code and buy me a cup of coffee or 10 of them or whatever the case may be. Is a proverbial way in which you can donate to the cause or gift to the cause or whatever. Or you can do a super chat, super sticker, or they have the gifts now. They have the gifts, trying to be like other platforms where they have gifts or whatever the case may be. Or you could Apple Pay, Zelle at bigphilspeaks@gmail.com, or you can donate through PayPal at paypal.me/bigphilspeaks if you so choose. If you don't, the least I ask of you is if you can make sure you like this video. Hype the video if you have the update in your YouTube. It'll either be under the video or click the 3-button drop down and you'll see hype or hype this video or whatever the case may be. To help us to move through the algorithm. Let me menage with the algorithm. More importantly, as you subscribe to the channel, make sure you hit the notification bell and when it drops down, hit all, because sometimes YouTube be tripping on getting the notifications out. I want to make sure my peoples are in the building or whatever the case may be. I do have a GMG group on IG, so if you're on IG, come on over, join that. I'll get it to you, but I'm looking for another way to which I can interact with you all and basically just give you send outs when I'm going live, etc. Not flood you with all the other reels and stories and things that I post, but just to let you know when I post something here on this channel or whatever the case may be, or if I got an upcoming live or something, that you'll be amongst the first to know. And furthermore, if you want to, you can join the membership for this channel as well. Sometime this weekend, I'm gonna start putting videos up in the membership section that will be members only, things that might get flagged for in general consumption or whatever the case may be, but also things, education as well as nice snippets and things of shows that might not have garnered enough attention. I'll put it in the members only section of this channel or whatever the case may be. Make sure you tap in. Make sure you tell a friend that Big Phil Speaks in the Good Morning Gang Morning Show is in the building. You hear me? Make sure you let them know that whatever you're doing, I know it's early in the morning, while you brushing your teeth and whatever, washing your face or getting the butt lint out your crack paws, no diddy, that you could tap in and minimally listen to the show or whatever the case may be and glean whatever you get out of it. You hear me? Thank you again, Demetrius TV, because these other people are bugged out. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, GMGers and GMGettes. I know it's about 10 minutes early, but I'm tired. I'm about to get up off. It's the Good Morning Gang Morning Show. Smile, because you never know what it might do for somebody, including yourself. More importantly, love on somebody on purpose, with purpose. She said, Pew, butt lint is crazy. It sure is. But some of y'all not washing y'all crack right. Long whoop, what's goody like the mob, huh? Listen. More importantly, I'm not anti-you. I'm pro-me with the emphasis on building we. Let that marinate your melon till the next time we can chop it up and have a tay-to-tay. Until that MFing day, you hear me? I will holler. Y'all be here tonight, though. Field Love Fridays, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. What?
We're one big happy family. We're GMG. One big happy family. Hey, hey, thank you for tuning in. Make sure you come back again. Tell a friend, tell a friend. It's GMG and Big Phil Speaks.
Y'all be blessed. I'm up out of here. Happy Friday, y'all. You feel me? Love is love, and I love y'all back. You hear me? I'm out. Peace.